here's the thing, is people will say things to me like, girl, don't speak about it, or like, don't acknowledge it, because I'm like, but that's never been me. I always do. So this is me. So I just really wanted to, I was saying before that I tried to make like a TikTok video about it, but it ended up being like 7 minutes long. So I was like, let me just go on live and talk about it. But I would like to just somewhat address this whole security conversation, because I need to explain it, because I fear that people are really like, I'm like, I actually don't really understand how some people are coming up with the things that they're saying, but you know, we're used to me getting hate for breathing wrong. But here's what I'm gonna say about the situation. I've seen people try to say that it's either 1, for attention, 2, for PR, 3, like, whatever. People are just trying to say nonsense, truly. And I just want to say, like, first of all, do you truly believe that when I'm putting on a concert, the PR, which, like, I don't even know what that you mean by that, like the publicity that I get from the show, do you believe in your heart that I want the takeaway to be about me getting angry at security guards? Like, before we say that, like, do you actually believe that? Because then I'm concerned. Because what are you talking about? Like, I'm putting on a show for an hour and like 40 minutes, and you think I want that to be the takeaway? No, obviously that is not. First of all, obviously I don't want to have to do that. I don't want to have to interrupt a song that people are paying to come watch me sing and get mad at security. Do you, like, oh my God. I'm sorry. I just can't help but laugh, because I'm like, do you actually believe that? Or are you just saying things to say things? Because, like, people are coming to pay for my show. Do you think that I want their show to be interrupted and ruined by security guards not helping them in the crowd? So that's, like, the one thing I have to say is, anyone who thinks that that's being done, like, and yes, I understand, like, the first video of the, like, any security sucks so bad went around, and so maybe that's, but, and, okay, I'm gonna jump around a lot, and here's another thing, is people trying to say that it happened at every single show of mine. You weren't there. You weren't at my shows. Like, I'm sure a lot of people in this chat can attest, if you went to my show, it most likely didn't happen at your show, because it literally only happened at like 4 shows, I want to say, on the whole tour, which, I'm sorry, it is somewhat like normal, especially when there's a huge pit at shows, which is, quite honestly, I don't love doing shows with like giant pits, because I don't really deem them to be so safe. And I try very hard before my shows, like, to have really serious conversations with. In Berlin, it didn't happen. In Amsterdam, it didn't happen. Thank you. First of all, there was a massive heat wave in the last couple weeks. Can all of my friends who were in Madrid, it didn't happen, thank you, who were in Europe and the UK, like, can you attest that it was so hot while I was there? Where are your nails? I know. I'm getting them done today. I had to rip them off. I was so done. Exactly. Okay, so everybody's saying that. So guys, I need you to understand. Let me just give you my perspective on what I'm looking out at the crowd at. I'm standing on stage and I'm singing a song, and I'm looking out at a pit of thousands of people. And I know some of you, not some of you in this video, but some of you on the internet love to like hate on me and be like, there's no way people pass out at a Madison beer show because she's such a joke and like no one actually goes. There have been over 10,000 people at multiple of my shows thus far. There was like 16, I think there was actually 18,000 people at my show in Manchester, where the whole me getting angry happened. So I understand, like, you guys think I'm a joke that like no one likes, but people do come to my shows, and people do indeed wait, and they stand for hours. Like, my openers don't go on till, I believe, like, they go on at like 7 or 7, no, maybe they go on at 7:30, and then I go on at 9, and my show doesn't end till like 11. So it's like people are standing on their feet, And some people haven't drank water, haven't eaten. I always try to remind people too. I will say it now. If you're going to a concert, please hydrate and eat and make sure that you're like sitting if you can, and especially if you're in the pit, and especially when it's super hot outside. So anyway, but at the end of the day, like, if you're coming to my show and you are standing in a pit and you and all of the people around you start waving your flashlights because somebody clearly has either fainted or needs medical attention, this is what happens, is I'm giving you like the full rundown. I'm standing on that stage and I'm looking out at the crowd and I give it a second because I am performing. And so I'm trying to be like, okay, security's going to do something about this. You know, security's going to handle the situation because that's what they are there for. If after 10, 15 seconds, I see not one human being going into the crowd and like helping these people, or even just acknowledging, sometimes what happens is a security guard will acknowledge to the fans, like, I'm on my way with their own flashlight, or they will communicate. Because sometimes, obviously, I understand getting into a pit physically and walking through can take a second. So even if I see a security guard acknowledge to the people, like, I'm on my way, I won't say anything. What is very bothersome is when no one is doing anything. And for the instance that a lot of you have seen where I like got really frustrated, which, yeah, I'm sorry that I reacted like that. I just don't really I'm sorry, I don't really play about my fans and like the people that are coming to my shows, that like, I'm sorry, I just don't. And it really upsets me when not only am I now interrupting their show, which I'm sorry, like that must be very annoying when you're coming to pay for a concert. And then also, like, to not feel like you can be relying on security to keep you safe. That must be so frustrating. And so I'm so sorry to anybody that had to endure that. Like, that's not what you come to a concert to endure. Like, you should know that if you need help, someone at the venue is going to help you. Anyway, so I'm on stage, I'm watching this, and this is exactly what happened during Selfish. There are 50 people at least waving like this, their flashlights. And I'm like, keep singing. Obviously a security guard sees this because how could you not? 10 seconds later, I look over and there's a security guard standing to my right, which is where you see me like get mad at him. He is watching me and I look at him in the eyes like this. And I literally am going like this, snapping and pointing as to where he has to go. And he doesn't even turn around. And I'm literally looking at him and I'm like, what do you think I'm telling you? Like, hi? Like, turn around. And so I'm getting so frustrated because I'm like, turn around. And what show was that? That was in Manchester. But I'm literally looking at him and I'm like, hello, like, what are you doing? And yes, like, I know that I got frustrated, but it's frustrating. It's frustrating. And so then, yeah, like I had to get fucking pissed and unfortunately say it into the microphone because I'm watching a group of people frantically need help and not get attention. What am I supposed to do? Keep going and just like hope? Like, no, and again, let me say this really clearly. There have been venues on this tour that have been amazing. Like, clearly they are very well equipped to handle it. They've dealt with it before, and like, someone will go down and need help and they immediately acknowledge it and get in and it's all good. And I don't have to say a word. So that's why if you've been to shows of mine that nothing has happened, sorry, I sound so congested. That's because the security is doing great. So like, there's some times where it's great. Like it's not all the time, but when it is not being handled appropriately, I'm sorry, but I'm going to say something. And in no world is that for attention or clipping or like, I just don't know what's going through people's minds when they say this. Cause I'm like, I'm spending a lot of money and putting on a performance and a concert. That's what you think I want the takeaway to be? Like, let's think, please, before we say things like this. Like, literally, I've been like rehearsing for this show. I've been like planning for this show, spending all my money on this show, getting mad at security. So that's what just I think frustrates me, is because I'm just like, are you serious that you think that? Anyway, So that's just like my perspective, and I'm always going to, if I see something is going on at my concert and I don't see anyone helping the people that are coming to my show, I'm gonna say something. And I'm so sorry if that is something that people are now apparently hating on me for, and being like, also people saying like, wow, this show just like looks a mess. That has nothing to do with me. That has nothing to do with me. The security at the venue security. But you know, I'll just catch hate over literally everything, so whatever, it's fine. But yeah, just know that like my intentions are solely good and trying to help people, because if you're coming to my show, I feel like I have a responsibility as well to like look out for you. And when I see nobody is coming to help, I'm gonna say something. Sorry. But let's hope. I hope that in the North American tour, like, I'm gonna have a really serious conversation with my personal security team, and then hopefully this isn't something we have to deal with anymore, because no, it is not what I want the takeaway from my concerts to be. And then yeah, I feel like I've seen people say like, well, you have to remember that her view is a lot better and she can see things that the security can't. Then the venue should be stationing their security guards in places that they can see. Like, that's what's crazy to me, is I'm like, why are you guys saying that as if that's okay? Like, the whole point of having security at the venue is so that they can help out when people need help. So the excuse that like I have a better view is not fair. Like, there should be security stationed where they need to be stationed. I'm sorry. So say like, wow, she's gotten so sassy and mean. I'm like, what? Because I'm frustrated and upset? Like, wouldn't you be upset if people were coming to pay and see you? And honestly, arguably, I'm singing at the moment one of my biggest songs. Like, Selfish is one of my biggest songs, and I have to interrupt it because people who are being paid to do their job aren't doing their job. Wouldn't you be frustrated too? Like, so yeah, that's what I have to say about it. And I just like had to, I'm trying to read your comments because I actually haven't been reading the comments, but I just like, and I know a lot of people are going to be like, babe, like, don't even acknowledge this. But no, like, I actually had to say something about it because I feel like there's actually so much that the conversation around it is very confusing to me. And I really like, also, I'm sorry, but people trying to say like, what are y'all passing out at a Madison beer show for? Like, I know that's like funny, but body heat doesn't care who the performer is. So I know that, like, again, I know some of y'all think that I'm like a joke that no one likes, but when there's 15,000 people in a crowd, body heat is body heat. Not eating, not drinking, that happens. And again, I'm going to say it again. If you're coming to a concert, please take care of yourself. Like, I want you to enjoy it. Does anyone want to pass out? Like, no one wants to have to do that. And so, people don't think before they speak is the unfortunate truth. But yeah, I just had to clear it up because I'm like, I understand that I got mad and I understand that I was frustrated, but trust me, you would be too if you have like spent your blood, sweat, and tears into a show and then you aren't able to perform it because of a venue security guard like literally doing absolutely nothing. So yeah, also like, you can say that I was a bitch and whatnot, but I don't really like play about my fans, and when they need help, I'm gonna step in. So that's really it. Other than that, I really, and again, because there's people now joining, in no world did this happen every show, and I'm so glad that the internet doesn't have the ability yet to like discern things, but just because you see something online doesn't mean that happened every single show. I wish that you had the ability to understand that, but apparently people don't. I'm like, I literally think it happened like out of like 13, we've done 13 shows so far, I think it happened 4 times. So like 4 shows. So yeah, people forget that they see clips of things. Like I put on an hour and 40 minute long show. Do you really think that like the clips you see are the whole show? But yeah, I just have like, I take safety very seriously, and I've been to concerts, and I would want to make sure that I think I'm going to be able to get help. So Anyway, that's really all I have to say. Some people just need a reason to be bad. Yeah, unfortunately. I just can't believe this is what people are being mad about, because I'm like, do you really think that, like, I want to have to do that? No, obviously I want to rely on venue security. I'm not a security guard. I don't want to have to do that. Ay, ay, ay. But, yeah, I feel like that's been frustrating. Your London show is incredible. Thank you. Thank you so much. Can you believe that the only show that my curtain didn't fall was at the O2? Guys, like, that was like the craziest. I thought I was in a nightmare. I literally was like, this has to be a nightmare. That was fucked. Ugh, see you in Toronto. Yay, I'm so excited. What were some of your favorite moments from the tour? Oh my goodness. I mean, already I've had so many, and we've only done one leg, so I mean, it was obviously so surreal playing in some of these rooms. I mean, like, if you've been a fan of mine for a long time, like, on my last tour, I was playing in, like, I think the biggest show on my last tour, well, one of the biggest shows was in Amsterdam, and it was like 5,000 people. So for this show, for this tour to be, my biggest show was like 18,000 or like 19,000 for this tour. It was crazy. It was crazy. It was so cool. I've never seen your hands without nails. Ew, I know. I'm sorry. My hands are like, I'm a hand catfish. My hands are like actually really small, but I make you think that they're not because of my nails. See you in Vegas. Yay, I'll see you in Vegas. Manchester was 23,000. Okay, but I think that you guys have to remember, like, my stage cuts off seats in the back. So I think there was like 18,000 in attendance. Your concert was a gift. Thank you. Are you performing at Madison Square Garden? I am. Wow. I'm so excited. See you in Detroit. See you. See you in Atlanta. Oh my god, guys. Favorite Act 3 outfit. Oh, from the first leg, I feel like obviously the green, because I wore the green like non-fucking stop. But it just like fit me the best, and I was the most comfortable in it. But I feel like maybe the one I wore in London. I mean, that one was so pretty. I loved that one. Oh my god, I'm so cold. Eee. Guys, is this AI? No, it's not. This is me. Did you dye your hair darker? I did. It's not. It looks way darker right now than it actually is, but it is a little bit darker than it was. It got really blonde really fast on tour because of just the amount I was washing it and the amount that I was like styling it. So I just got a little color put on it. Happy Pride, you guys. Why are you up so early? Jet lag. I've been going to bed at like 8 p.m. Sorry, I'm like really trying to read your... I loved your show in Antwerp. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you to anybody who came. See you at the forum. See you! Anyone who came to my shows, big shout out. And I love you so much. And it was so fun. I had the best time. And it was just like a dream come true in so many ways. So many moments. So many moments on the tour that were so cool and amazing. What else, you guys? See you in San Diego. Yay. I saw you in Vienna. Oh, that was such a fun show. Are you just waking up? Yeah, I literally woke up like 30 minutes ago. Manchester was amazing. Thank you. Thank you. I had so much fun. It was so... Every show was so fun and incredible. What show are you most excited to play now? Probably Madison Square Garden, honestly. Which is hard. It's like sucks because it's closing night, so I'm excited for it, but obviously it's like gonna be a very bittersweet thing. Sorry, that was really cringy. What song do you like performing the best? Honestly, Complexity is really fun live. Bittersweet is so fun. Bittersweet is the best because a lot of it I kind of let you guys sing, which I feel like, I don't know, it's just fun to do that. And like I'll sing the verses, but then on the choruses I always am like, sing it, and I want you guys to sing it because hearing you guys sing that song to me, like basically I'm like, now you guys can serenade me. But like hearing you guys sing that song back at me, it feels like we're such a big like unit and like a family, and it's so beautiful. And like I don't know, it's such a beautiful experience singing Bittersweet together. So I love doing that, and yeah, it's just so fun. And that's where our confetti is, and so yeah, I just love it. My hair is a bit darker. Now it's over, you leaving me. I know I should be better, but baby, right now I'm bittersweet. I did just wake up, yes. I just woke up. Someone said you look like a less hot version of Madison Beer. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Have you seen Obsession? I have not seen Obsession yet. I would like to see it. Guys, have you guys seen Weapons? Because we need to talk about Weapons. If you've seen it. Okay.